Time for the business news. Delano de Souza joins me now. Delano, good morning.
Morning, Rochelle.
Starting out in France, where unemployment spiked in the month of December.
That's right, Rochelle. That's according to new data which was released on Tuesday. Now, overall, 2016 saw the jobless rate fall by nearly 3% despite the uptick in December. It's the first time in nearly a decade France has seen that kind of progress, as Brian Quinn now reports.
The French job market making a remarkable turnaround in 2016, despite a rough December. Last month saw just over 26,000 newly unemployed, for a bump of 0.8% in the jobless rate. That puts the official number at nearly 3,475,000. But zoom out to 2016 as a whole, and the trend takes on a more positive aspect. The rate of French people seeking work fell more than 3%, with over 107,000 making their way off the jobless rolls. It's the first time since the financial crisis nearly a decade ago that the country has seen that kind of progress.
This drop is unprecedented since 2007. It comes after 8 years of rising unemployment, and it benefits principally the young.
The number of young French seeking work fell by almost 9% last year, thanks in large part to on-the-job training programs. Long-term job seekers also saw their numbers fall by almost 2.5%. For France's opposition party, Les Républicains, the policies of the ruling Socialist Party are still a failure.
We've done nothing under this administration but add new regulations and constraints that have damaged the competitiveness of French small businesses. Since they can't sell products, they can't hire, and unemployment keeps going up.
While 2016's figures are an encouraging sign for the French economy, they come too late for Socialist President François Hollande. He pledged not to stand for another term if he failed to halt France's unemployment trend. Under his presidency, more than 550,000 French have become unemployed.
Time to take a look at how the markets are doing, and over in Asia we are seeing green across the board this Wednesday. The Nikkei in Japan ending the session up around 1.5%, slightly smaller gains on the Shanghai Composite and the Hang Seng at this hour. Stocks have just begun the trading day here in Europe, and we are seeing the main indices open the session green across the board, all up around over 0.5% at this hour. Now, shares in BT will be in focus this session. On Tuesday, they ended with declines of 20%. This after the British telecoms firm announced an accounting scandal it discovered in Italy was worse than previously thought. Some experts say it may take longer for BT to recover, given the nature of telecommunication services has changed. Take a listen.
BT may not be able to regain the level of trust and the level of reliability that is needed also on the demand side, not only on the investor side. So a complex situation that will require a quick and tough intervention by the corporation in the UK.
To the US next, where President Trump says he wants to improve conditions for auto companies, Delano.
That's right. Donald Trump met with the chief executives of General Motors, Ford and Fiat Chrysler on Tuesday. The US president pledged to reduce taxes and unnecessary regulations to get them to build in the United States. Trump had previously threatened a tax of 35% on foreign-made cars. Now, while Donald Trump met with America's Big Three, Toyota made an announcement. The Japanese carmaker saying it would add 400 jobs and invest $600 million at its plant in Indiana.
I can't think of a better way than to start Indiana's third century and by strengthening our partnership with Toyota as we do today with this announcement of expansion and all the new jobs and all the new opportunities. We're speaking the same language when we continue to invest in the future to remain globally competitive, and we're just so proud to do that with you. Our economy today, Indiana's, has become truly global.
Let's take a look at some of the other stories making headlines at this hour. And Cisco Systems has announced it's buying up AppDynamics for $3.7 billion. The San Francisco-based startup specializes in improving the performance of applications. Last year, Cisco announced it was trimming its global workforce as it shifts its focus from networking hardware to software and services. Alibaba reported a 54% rise in third-quarter revenue. The e-commerce giant was helped by higher sales during its Singles' Day shopping event. The company is raising its 2017 full-year guidance up 54% as it continues to expand revenue streams in areas like data, cloud, and artificial intelligence. And luggage firm Samsonite could bring back production to the United States after 16 years. In an interview with CNBC, the firm's CEO said the brand could soon return to its roots. Samsonite is based in Hong Kong but was founded in Denver, Colorado. US President Donald Trump has been encouraging global companies to shift production to the United States. Samsonite says its decision will have nothing to do with Donald Trump, but an internal study that showed economic benefits of manufacturing in markets closer to consumption centers.
And finally, a billionaire a lot younger than the US president says he's not interested in the country's top job.
That's right, we're talking about the founder and CEO of Facebook, who has shot down rumors that he is considering a bid for the presidency. Mark Zuckerberg's response comes after weeks of speculation. In January, Vanity Fair asked the question, will Mark Zuckerberg be our next president? This after the billionaire founder pledged to visit the 30 US states he hadn't yet been to. President Zuckerberg, stranger things have happened.
Much stranger things have happened, Ilana. All right, thank you very much for our business roundup.